We're live. We're live. Whoa, that's not helpful either. I'm getting to deal with this amazing sunshine today coming through the window. I could close the blinds, but I love the natural light. And so we're just going to get to deal with this for a little bit longer. Hey, welcome to Thursday. It's Creative Unraveling with LIgia and Jen. And it's LIgia's day. This is a spot where LIgia gets to be the teacher and practice what she loves and sharing it with the rest of us. And I get to sit in my discomfort of overcoming perfectionism and share with you all the crazy thoughts that run through my head as I practice the painting that will be the creativity piece today. So, LIgia, I'm just going to turn it over to you. Hey, for those of you, hold on, that may have missed Live and Unscripted yesterday, it was a really great conversation. I would encourage you to go and watch that, and we would love to hear your comments, like what your thoughts are, how you experience some of those things in your own world. And then just a really quick reminder that Surviving Life and Leadership 2024 Women's River Retreat registration is open.
Yes,
and you can find that over on therighteousrebels.com. It is an interview process. However, I know some of you have already been through that process, so now you can head on over and get yourself registered. If you want to know more, reach out to us or go check out the website. All right, and now,
I just want to give a shout out to Jessie. I just wanted to shout out to Jessie Grigg Coletti.
Oh, hi, Jessie.
Yeah, thanks for popping in and saying hi. I'm so happy to have you here. Yes, the river trip. I can't believe it's been, almost 2 months since we did that? A month and a half?
Has that been that long?
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
I just can't get over how quickly this year is wrapping up, and that we got to do the thing, and just how much it's weaving into everyday life. Like, I think of those moments where it was like really challenging in the washing machine that comes up for me every now and then
when I'm swimming through the rapid, right?
Yeah. Like when my kid's having a tantrum, I'm just like, okay, we're washing machining right now. And it just, it helps me have a different perspective to how they're behaving. And I'm like, okay, we're just going to write it, because what is it you say, Jen? After every rapid, there's.
Oh, yeah. Ellie taught us. Ellie was one of our amazing guides. We call them our soul siblings. She said that, remember, if you were to take a swim, after every rapid is calm water. Every rapid at the end has calm water. So just hang on. Calm water's coming.
Absolutely. Okay. I love it. So yes, today is Thursday. It's my favoriteest day of the week. I don't know if favoriteest is a word, but it is today.
It's totally a word, because say it with confidence. Boom. It's a word.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's not like it's past the middle of the week. It's not quite the weekend. So there's some anticipation. Like Thursday just has good energy for me. So, and I'm super excited because you may actually come to Canada this time.
I know. Yeah, I was supposed to fly out yesterday to go to Canada to visit LIgia, and my flight got canceled. I know, I was super bummed, but it does give us the opportunity to do live and unscripted, to do Creative Unraveling, actually doing a picture versus traveling on the road, because we were driving. So this is fun. And we would love all the prayers and intentions to be with the traveling, like all the traveling gods and angels to be with it today, so that I can get to Canada today.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, and shout out to Luba. Hi,
Luba. We've got Luba. We got Courtney Russell watching. Courtney, thank you. Love you. Luba, love you. Hey, we're actually going to be hanging out with Luba in November at a conference that she's putting on. LIgia and I get to be attendees. We get to be participants, trainers. I don't know. We're helping out Luba, who's another soul sister we met in India. Oh my gosh, there's so much exciting stuff. I know. She loves us. We love you.
Yes. It's called Women Empowering Women.
Yes.
It's a 3-day retreat in Fort Dale, Lauderdale. So super excited for that. Luba has been on an amazing journey putting that all together. And
Yeah.
it's just been awesome to watch how it's started as a seed of an idea. I may start this in 2025. And then next thing I know, she's like booking this place.
Boom, here we are.
Yeah, it's been incredible. And just watching her shift and move through that. So yes, so excited for that for next month.
And you know what? She does still have some seats available. So
yes,
if you're looking for a place to invest in yourself in November and be around a lot of really amazing women, it's like the river retreat. It's a container that has been carefully crafted, and the energy is well looked after and taken after, and you're going to be in an amazing place. So if you're interested in that, reach out. Whether, I don't know, Luba, are you looking for participants? Are you still looking for
I think she still has 5
trainers?
spots.
5 spots for participants?
No more trainers.
Okay, participants. So
yeah,
like, you want to be in Florida? You want to hang out with cool chicks? You want to hang out with us?
Yeah. Well, it's ways
There
to
you
boost your credibility and learn some really amazing skills. And it's just a collection of amazing women coming together. It's like a pedagogy in practice, kind of like our.
We love pedagogy.
Yes.
Love pedagogy. Okay.
Luba, if you're watching, drop your link in the comments, and people can find out more about the retreat and if they're interested. Okay. So much to talk about.
We got to pee because I'm going to have an airplane to catch here in a little bit.
Okay, so all you need today is a watercolor piece of paper. Usually say 140-pound press, cold press. I'm going to use a round tip brush and my mop brush, and you'll need a pencil. What we're going to do today is do some ghosties because it's getting close to that time of year. It's we're in October now, and I thought it'd be fun to do some ghosts, but we're going to do it negative space painting. What does that mean? Right. And I'm going to leave it there. And let's get right into it. So you'll need a pencil, some water, some watercolors, and paintbrush and some paper. And let's get into it. Bum, bum, bum. Webcam. Okay, so here's my paper. A ghost. We're just gonna keep it super, super simple.
I love how she described it. You're gonna do a you with some attitude and then some whoop whoop whoop.
Yes. So that's exactly it. There you go. There's a link from Luba. Thank you, Luba. So it's like Jen said, a little upside down U with some attitude. These are just ghosties. So you make them however you want.
Are we drawing several ghosties, it looks like?
I would say maybe 3 on this one, and then we'll do maybe 4 on the next one.
What? What do you mean on this one and then the next one?
We'll just start with 3 ghosties of different sizes.
On this page, are we doing?
We're gonna stay on the same page, but the method I'm doing, it's a layering effect.
Okay.
I'm just gonna switch my camera for a quick second.
Yeah, because my brain's like, wait a second. What are you asking me to do?
You're just gonna draw 3 ghosts in random places. A U shape. It can be different sizes. They can be upside down, going different directions.
Speaking of ghosts, I've had a guest here at my house. She's gone now, Janet. She actually popped into our Live and Unscripted yesterday. And we were doing an activity last night, and I noticed this rock on my table. I'm like, oh, she must have collected a rock on her journeys yesterday. And I asked about it. She's like, I didn't put that rock there. Like, somehow this heart-shaped rock ended up on my table yesterday. I know. Woo.
Wild.
I know.
Okay. So now you're going to wet your paintbrush, and you're going to go all over your page, but you will not.
Luba, you have to make the spooky sounds.
Do you have to make? Oh, I do. That's all part of the journey.
You're using your mop brush.
Yep. So
and you're going around the ghosts.
Around the ghosts. Do not go on the ghosts.
Do not.
You are gonna love how this turns out. It's so fun.
My brain just totally sucked up on. Do not go on the ghosts.
Do not go on the ghosts. You are not to go on the ghosts.
The part of me that is still a massive rule follower is like, okay, don't touch the ghosts.
No, stay away from the ghosts. The ghosts are asking for some space. We're going to go around the ghosts. Here we are. I love, Luba, that you use favoritists.
I do too.
And reinforce that that's a word.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want it super wet, but you want wet enough that you're going to. So my page is all wet. I'm going to go with blues and purples.
Is anyone scared by my sounds?
No.
What?
So now you're just going to drop in some color. I've just put some blues in here. I have some purple right there. I'm just adding water to it so I can get some movement. I also say much more better followed by I speak no English, no speak. Yes. Love it.
Oh, see, this is where my frustration comes in because my paper does not move the paint through the water like yours does, and it makes
It makes a mess.
No, it like my brain just because I want it to look like that.
I'm gonna add some black in here, just kind of grayish.
Why?
You can just spread it out with your brush.
You have your whole page colored. What the?
Do you have a larger brush, Jen?
I have my big mop brush.
Okay. We have to allow some time. We can get you a different paper. Yes. Thanks, Luba.
Thank you, Luba.
We want to keep this one pretty light. As we move through that, I'm just spreading some paint. I sense frustration. Breathe.
This is why Luba, this is why we do this, because Jen learning how to overcome the rest of her perfectionism.
Did you know that using your name like you just did to talk yourself through things is a way to help combat chatter?
Yeah, because it takes it outside of me.
Yeah, I love that.
I should give her a different name.
And how do you know it's you?
Oh, because I feel it.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, I just. Okay. The page is filling in with color. Wait.
Yep. Not too much color. You don't want it to be.
You're like right up against your ghosts.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Jen? If they're not, it could be just the glow that's coming off your ghost. There's no wrong way to do this.
Touch them.
So
yeah, you said don't. You said don't touch your ghost. So that is what my mind was like. Okay.
I meant like don't go on your ghost.
Hello. Okay.
So before we do the next layer, we got to help this dry. You can use an hair dryer. Remember your letters, Leah. English 101. Oh my gosh, I've been watching this guy on TikTok. He makes fun of the language.
Oh, and those are hilarious.
Yeah, and just how like we have the word tough and cough and just how nothing matches. I was like, it's so true and it's so confusing. It's like trying to teach my one son. He struggled a bit with reading and just trying to explain all the rules. And we take for granted that a lot of us can like just assimilate that information. And I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't have a hairdryer right now. I've got my stuff all packed because we're going up to Quebec. This weekend is actually Canadian Thanksgiving. It's so funny to have that.
You put yellow in yours?
I just put washed out many different colors. Okay. Just to give it that kind of spooky feel, because I'm going to tell what happens next is now we take our pencil. When it's dry, we take our pencil and then we draw more ghosts. So we can draw them different sizes again, in different directions. They can be overlapping the other ghosts. And then we're going to do the negative space again. So the negative space just means you're going around the main objects.
I was going to say, describe negative space, please.
Yeah, it's all about going around your main objects, and just bringing layers and in your painting and adding depth to what you're doing. I wish I had a hair dryer, but I knew you didn't have a hair dryer, so I was trying to do it without a hair dryer.
I packed my hair dryer.
Since when do you have a hair dryer?
I'm kidding. I don't.
I remember I was there and I didn't have a hair dryer, so that was a thing.
I have a curling iron.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know if I have that anymore.
That's funny. I'm like, Jen short hair, curly. Right? Oh, it's still super wet.
I'm like, mine's not gonna be dry enough to draw on. I guess I could draw in different places.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Or another way that you can facilitate drying is if you get a paper towel, and that'll help dry things along. Because I think if I make my ghost.
Did you just say dry things along?
Yeah, I totally did. I totally did.
Oh.
This is kind of wet still.
Yeah, I need a ghost like right in the spot that it's the wettest.
Youth attitude. I think I may make 4, maybe even 5. I saw the funniest post yesterday. It was, have you ever gone past a field of sunflowers and they're all facing the sun?
Yes. I've run in the mountains where there's lots of flowers like sunflowery, and yes.
So there was a field full of sunflowers like that, and they were all facing the sun, and then the one was facing the camera. I thought that was the rebel sunflower.
That is rad. I'm like, hello, bring it.
Yeah.
Little flower.
Okay. I'm going to do the next layer. Did you draw your ghosts?
Yes. They're drawn.
Awesome. So again, now you're going to go with a bit of a darker color. I'm going to put some blues, some more purples, some mix it up.
Are you mixing them all together before you put them on? Is that what you're doing?
I have sections. So this is my bluish. This is my purpley color. This is my
LIgia.
What? See?
Yeah.
You're not going to need a lot of water because our page is still wet.
Yeah.
So again, you're going to go in the negative space and add your paint color there.
And that blue is so blue.
Try and stay away a little bit more from your ghost because if your page is still wet, it'll bleed into your ghost. And the whole... Go ahead.
I'm like, we're repainting our whole page.
Yeah, but around... Now you're going to go around your original ghost and you're going to go around your new ghost.
Okay.
Just like that. This one messes with my mind. It took me some time to really get my head wrapped around how to do this.
Whoops.
Just how to paint in negative space. Because I'm like, I want to move from the main object out, not layer it like that. Like, it really messes with my brain. It's not a technique I use often, but it is. Oh, shoot. I went on my ghost that time.
Oh, my poor ghosts. They have all kinds of stuff. put upon them.
Yeah. I do appreciate like some of the comments we got yesterday about what brings you peace. I had posted that in our Facebook group, and if you're not part of that, it's the Righteous Rebels on Facebook.
Group.
The Facebook group on Facebook.
We do have a Facebook page, but it's used for other purposes, and you won't find information on that, like all of the good stuff.
Yeah.
We have had some comments in regards to that, so do send you a favor and go to the Facebook group.
Yeah. So in there, we had some people talk about like nature walks are really calming for them, or peaceful for them. Good conversation. I loved Janet's like when I get into my center, when she talked about that yesterday. What brings us peace?
And she does that by breathing. Right? Breathing is such a powerful. Seriously, we start our live and unscripteds with breathing every week, and that's very intentional because it brings you to center very quickly, back into coherence where you can think more clearly, you can make better decisions, stop yourself from doing stupid things.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like escalating, situations that don't need to be escalated. Yeah.
Yeah. I did a yoga thing this morning, and I love how this instructor talks about breathing into the tense parts of our body, like, and sending intention that way, and just breathing through some of the discomfort of getting into those positions or those places that are tense. And how I love how she talks about how we hold energy and just all the things that
it's amazing because breath, whoa, that was speaking of intense color on my page right there. Dang it. Oxygen is healing, and we just don't realize how much breathing is more than a function of life.
And we think it's so simple when our issues feel so big that we don't realize that something so simple can be so powerful.
Yeah.
Because we feel so big that it needs to be something so big. What happened?
Nothing. I just looked up from my page and looked at yours.
Oh. And
that's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It just like, I love how the paint looks on your paper, and it does not look anything like that on mine, nor do the colors. Mine does not look spooky.
Spooky? Do you have some blacks in yours?
Do I what?
Now you gotta let it dry again. I think next time we do this, we're gonna have hair dryers. Because it's better when it's drier, because I can see my ghosty wanting to pull colors from the last layer because it wasn't fully dry. But I'm also telling myself that adds to the spooky effect of the ghost, right? So there is that. It could be shadows of the ghost.
My ghosts look like the ghost from Pac-Man.
Yes, I love it. I used to love that game. That was a fun game. Yeah. That's so funny. Pac-Man. Like, I just want the impatient parts of me just want to go to the next layer.
Are you drawing more ghosts?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
There will be more ghosts. We want to fill the page with ghosts and get to a darker layer. I think we'll probably do 4 layers. So 2 more.
I just heard my mind go, oh, this is layer 3. Hallelujah.
Oh, that's funny. Do you
Ooh,
think
that one
part of
looks,
that is like, well, no, I'm not gonna guess at it. What do you think that comes from?
um,
Or where do you think that comes from?
I think part of it today is just knowing that in a little more than, an hour ish, I am going to go get on a plane. So like just the excitement of that, but also just like, because I think it should turn out a certain way. I think some of that is still in there. And I look at your page and I'm like, mine looks nothing like that. Like it just wants to like scream out. It's badgering me.
Oh,
And I just
badgering.
get to pay, I just get to pay attention to it. Like, okay, cool. And then yeah, sometimes I ask myself, like, where does that come from? Where did I pick that up? Or same thing, we're gonna paint the page and go all around it, all
Yeah.
around all the goats.
So I'm drawing in probably 5 ghosts this time, different directions, a U with an attitude, and a little squiggle. Keep
Did
it
you say a
simple.
you? Did you say me with an attitude?
No, I well, no. Yeah. You with an attitude. Oh my gosh, I was at a restaurant a few months ago and I could not take my eyes off this sign because the
Is that
lettering on it,
M?
huh? Yeah, the M. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was like that M had attitude, like it had a mind of its own. And it was the funniest thing because it didn't follow what an M quote unquote should look like. It was like, the line and then a small one and then a big one with an embellished like tail to it. I was like, what are you doing right now?
It was a pretty cool like that. Oh man. Hello, Saunders.
Hello, Saunders. This is
Oh
where
my
I want to like,
gosh.
what happened?
Nothing. I'm just painting. I'm just painting. I'm mixing colors. It's not doing what I want it to do. So I'm just gonna have a little tantrum.
Oh, those tantrums. Gotta love them. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. Maybe do some pink with purple this layer just to add some darkness to it. Maybe even a little bit of black. And I'm gonna go around all the ones that I just painted. If the mop is feeling too thick in this part of it because you're running out of negative space, you can switch to your round brush and you'll have more control that way and you won't touch your
Mine just said, yeah, but then it takes longer to paint the page.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure you wanted to do this today, Jen? I'm starting to wonder. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
I said I would speak the chatter.
Yes, yes, I love it. I feel like
And
we should name your chatter.
today there might be extra chatter just because I'm excited to leave, especially because I had to wait an extra day.
I know, right? That was crazy.
I think all the stuff that happened in the day is what was crazy.
Yeah. Isn't that cool how, that happened, but then other god winks presented themselves?
Yeah, certainly other amazing things presented themselves. People and yeah, that was pretty rad.
It's like there was still stuff for you to do here. You weren't supposed to leave that day. I love how this started, like you start seeing the layers of it. It's so cool.
Oh yes, it is so cool.
And then you can make your ghosty faces and stuff. So this is layer 3. You can go as many layers as you want. And it's super cool. You can do it with trees. leaves, like literally anything. And you just go darker and darker in your negative space to get those effects.
Will you state again what negative space is?
So it's the painting of it's a space around the main objects. So our objects here are the ghosts. So we're going around the ghosts. We're not painting the ghosts themselves. We're painting the space around the ghosts. So that's what I mean. Add some blue to that. You can go right into like black in the next one if you want. We're not there, so maybe I shouldn't talk about that.
I'm like, are you there already? You totally just made my mind freak out.
No, I am not there already. I'm still doing the negative space because as you get more stuff to paint around, it's going to take a minute longer.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like this is taking forever this time.
Yep. Well, you have to be more careful. You can't just, throw your paintbrush across the page.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to touch the ghosts.
Yeah.
Too late.
I'm like really resisting the want to add more water to quote unquote speed it up. Because then I'll make my page wetter. So for in the future, definitely need hair dryer or something, a fan.
I'm like, is that a ghost or is that? Oh my gosh.
I think that's the part where my brain starts like, okay, wait, which one's the actual like shape, and what am I? You start losing the shapes.
Partly because my paintbrush touched the ghost, so it's changed its shape. So I was like, "Oh, is that what I'm supposed to be painting or staying away from?" And then I just heard part of my mind go, "It doesn't matter. Just paint the page."
Right. Your brain goes like to your friend and then to your bully. Like it's so funny.
Right? I know how many of you out there have the same thing. Like, I would love to hear what your guys' minds say to you as we go through these processes. It might help me out a lot. I actually can sit and do this. I am learning to just hear it and not be badgered by it, but it is fascinating to learn to just sit back and watch it, and to talk about it is like, wow, you can just see it running in there, spinning circles and doing whatever it's going to do, and to not let it like own me is the greatest part.
Yeah. I think that's the coolest thing. Like when we start recognizing and having that self-awareness. Like I remember the first time I realized that was a thing. I was probably in high school, and my friend was talking about she just has to think about it this way, and she just has to look at it like this. And I remember like having one of those moments where, like in the movies where, it zooms way out and then it zooms like right into them. It's just them. And it's like those moments of like, I have a choice. Like, I just remember how that shook me. Like, because I had moved through my world that this is just how I am. And that's all there is to it. I have no control over my thoughts. I have no control over how I react. And like, I literally believe that. And then to say that I have a choice was like wild. And then to start noticing, and just to start noticing what that voice is actually saying. Like when you start to pay attention and when you can start separating from that voice and not recognizing it's a part of you, but it's not you. Oh, I want to be judgy about my ghosts.
I want to be judgy about my painting. The colors.
What colors did you choose?
I don't know. Whoops. What the heck was that?
You
Oh
don't
well.
know what colors you chose?
Blues and purples. Well, blue and purple. There's some yellow in there. I don't know. It just, I don't, yet it looks. I'm doing it.
Yes, you are doing it. That's right. So have you already drawn your last layer things?
I'm doing it now. I'm trying to find dry places to do it because it's still pretty wet in places.
This is the part where it gets challenging for me because I can't see my pen marks. How are you doing, Cosette?
Okay.
I had
Ghost.
werewolf vibes, Jen.
You have werewolf vibes? Oh.
Okay, so there's this one. I'm like 1, 2, 3.
I'm only doing 3.
Okay.
My page is yeah.
The fun part is when you get to put paint over, not paint over, you get to draw the eyeballs and it brings your ghosties to life.
Oh, good heavens.
So today's the 5th.
Yes.
And
The
you were
5th.
in India last year.
Yes.
So
I
on the
was.
5th, were you with the group at this point? Were you visiting the colleges? Like,
We were still visiting the colleges, yes. Um, that was a pretty cool experience to go and sit with the college administrators and heads of the colleges and to have these conversations with the professors and people who care about the students and what they wanted their students to learn and the skills so that they could better not only better themselves but their country. They have so much pride and wanting to really be better. I mean, everybody does want to be an engineer or something in that field just because they think that's what is profitable. But it was really interesting to go and meet these people and honestly we were treated like royalty everywhere we went. We were gifted, we were celebrated, which was a little bit odd. Um, but it was neat to see the students and their eagerness to learn and to be at university and just their own dreams and aspirations, but to see how much their administrators cared for them.
that's awesome.
Wow, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
With the painting around it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of neat because it's called felicitation, and they would announce us as as our names as we would walk in the room, and um, they gave us the red dots. I can't think of what they're called. They would stick them on our foreheads, and um, there were neat sand art. Um, we had tea and snacks. We were fed often. That's love languages for them, and it just yeah. Looking back, there's so many things. There's so much to process on an experience like that.
Was Luba on that part of the trip?
She wasn't. Nope. Luba was in Bahamas with us, and then in Amravati.
Oh, okay. Good for you for
So
remembering. I'm trying to remember what the name where I was.
yeah, Amravati. The colleges took place in Pune.
Right.
It's also where we visited the World Peace Center. That was freaking amazing. I took the opportunity to just hearing our voices in this ginormous domed structure was incredible. So I thought, man, I asked if it was okay, and I sang Amazing Grace in there, and oh gosh dang, it was so spectacular.
Just how it carried the sound.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I saw
That
it
was a
on.
really that was a really cool place because they celebrated all religions and science and just things that have brought technology, different people. The man that we were there speaking for was also celebrated inside of this structure. What I love about India is they're always having a celebration, and it means so much to them. It was really cool to watch the kids that we were kids, meaning that they're in their 20s. Um, just what it means to them, and they were so excited that we would want to be a part of it, and it was just neat to have that experience. I got there during a 10-day long celebration. I don't remember what it was called, but oh, I went to a party with this family, and oh, the dancing and the food, and they know how to celebrate.
Dang. I think we have it for next week. It'll be our 1 year anniversaries and speaking in India.
Yeah,
I think we were going to take live and have that conversation about the experience on live and unscripted next week.
that was pretty wild. Like that whole experience. Sometimes I'm like, did I even process all of that through? Like there was so much there. Being a part
Yeah.
of those celebrations, the death celebration, and
Yeah.
around so many people. Holy cow!
Oh man, that was wild.
Right, the energy of that.
Yeah. It makes me want to go into the parts of what brought us there and taking those leaps and just all of that. But I think I'm gonna wait for that conversation.
Yeah, I'm like that. That's a big one.
How
Oh
you
my gosh,
doing?
this feels like it's taking forever.
Oh, dang. So is that you think it should be going faster?
And maybe I'm wanting it to look different, possibly.
Okay.
And honestly, today it's probably just the excitement and impatience of one. I might have a full bladder, but
Oh.
also that I know I'm excited to like be on the next journey and to come in and visit. And so I think that's just part of it today too, is just I'm in this, but I also have a lot of other things on my mind that are wanting to come in and take over. And so it's requiring me to be extra present in the process, and so that's kind of fascinating. And you know what, I actually think that's something that's important to look at, is when we step into something, a project or an activity or a conversation with somebody, is what's on your mind. Are you stuck in like multitasking mind or getting things done, or are you actually being present with what you're doing? And imagine the difference of of a conversation or in a project or completing a task when you're actually present with the thing versus having other things on your mind. So that's something to look at as well. Like that's what I'm getting to look at right now is how would this activity be if I didn't have traveling and excitement on my mind that
Yeah.
wants to pull me from being present with this.
Well, I even find that in my writing lately, like the timer has been a godsend because I find myself wanting to wander and wanting to check things or wanting to get up or
Oh,
just
you're
wanting.
painting faces? What the?
I'm not paint. I took my Sharpie. I'm just doing it on the.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
still like just trying to get colors in. What the?
are you done your negative space?
I just finished it.
Okay. Just be mindful that you're doing the dry ones. Just give them a quick check because they're not all
Okay.
dry still, and then it'll mess up your Sharpie.
I haven't looked up for a minute, so I was like, oh,
Yeah, I'm just taking a Sharpie and making some faces. And you don't have to make them all spooky faces. Like,
that's good because I'm not.
yeah, I find myself wanting to wander just because like anticipation and, getting things packed up because, getting my kids ready to go, just the excitement of being at my mom's. Like, it's one of my favorite places to go. It's one of those places that I can go and go, like, I just feel so at home and like I can just breathe. And I don't know, I love the energy of going to my mom's. I love the laughter that happens when I go to my mom's. She's in a space right now where she's a caregiver to my grandma, who has Alzheimer's, and she's in the later stages of it. And sometimes it can be challenging, but I just love how I actually was talking to my mom about this yesterday that some of her other life experiences have really prepared her for this stage of life and not taking some of the difficult behaviors that come with someone with in the later stages of Alzheimer's, not taking some of that stuff personally, and that she can take it in stride and just laugh with her and shift the energy that way. And I just love how she interacts with my grandma, how she cares for her, and just is so loving with her. And like sometimes grandma's still fighting for her independence and like, why are you asking me about this? And I don't want to do that. And my mom will be like, she'll just kiss her on the cheek or something, and then my grandma starts, in a fit of laughter, and it's adorable. Or like,
I am so excited. I've seen Grandma Abuelita on Zoom or no, however we've talked to each other, and I'm so excited because I'm taking her a hat,
oh
and
yeah.
I'm so excited to give her a hat because
Well,
she makes
backstory.
laughs. Yeah, you tell the backstory.
So the backstory of that is Jen often will wear her hat on backwards with a tuft of hair sticking out the front. And my grandma thought that was she was just tickled pink with seeing that. And she's like, I want to do that. So Jen's going to bring her up a hat, and they're going to have a picture, do a picture together with a tuft of hair sticking out the hat. I just think it's so cute. And I love, I feel like Alzheimer's removes filters of how we naturally show up in the world.
Yep,
And
keep talking.
my mom was sharing about how they had a visitor come, and she was, just so complimentary of this visitor, and like just complimenting on her demeanor, on how she looked and how she presented herself, and just like very welcoming to her. And it's how my grandma's always been, but to a level of like, there's no filter there. It's just, she doesn't know this woman for anything, but she's just her want to make her feel welcome, her want to compliment her and see her and acknowledge her that way is just, it's just beautiful. So yeah, that's what I'm excited for, and what I feel I have myself very much in distraction, and just being very mindful of that distraction factor is there, and really picking activities that I can stay with, um, or using tools like a timer, or setting like I'm going to do this for this amount of time, or putting my phone in another room so I don't have that distract, because it's so easy to get caught up with your phone and go down a
What?
scroll. Yeah, and we just get busy with other
Oh,
things. So, but I
oh,
very much
okay.
felt the squirrel of wanting to jump from activity to activity. So yeah, let's see it. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. I love that one.
Which one?
The one with the, I don't know, that one. I don't know how to say it. The one with the,
The
it's got an
one,
open
the
mouth
one with the
smile.
eyes and the mouth and
They all have eyes and a mouth.
oh, that's funny. Oh, it's too wet to like sign. Oh, I can do it right here.
Yeah. Yeah, so those were our ghosty paintings today. Painting in the
Yay.
negative spaces. I
Oh,
hope
see,
you
I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's cute. But
Yeah.
it's one that I would want to definitely practice and try again and try with different paper. Like that's what I'm having to tell myself is, hey, you're doing this, you're showing up, you're
Mhm.
doing the thing, and as you practice and I start getting different brushes and we've done different
Different
paints
paint.
and now what is it like with different paper um and then just more practice.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, and you're
practice.
showing up with what you have, and that's
Yeah.
a big part of it. Um, and just getting started.
And that I think that's what I want to reiterate is, start with what you have, start with where you're at. You don't have to have the best of everything in whatever you're doing, whether that's speaking or, creating a business or doing art, whatever. Just really start where you're at with what you have and you'll grow. You'll grow.
Yeah. Well, and I always think of your story when you say stuff like that of borrowing the things that you needed to do the Teton climb,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you started where you were at, and there's people that are more than willing to help out and assist you in that
Absolutely.
way. So
Right. And now I have enough stuff that I can share.
yeah. So we in our Facebook group have we have a post. It's called the Art Gallery. So we invite you to, if you participated today, please share your art there. We'd love to see it. And if it's not this, if, okay, let me try that again. If this is not your way of creating, and you have something else you want to share, you made an amazing meal, you took an awesome picture, you want to share a story, whatever creation is for you, we'd love to see it in the art gallery as a way to share and that we can celebrate you. And that's pinned. I'll post this there, and it'll be at the top of the Facebook group, The Righteous Rebels. I'm really resisting the urge to say on Facebook.
On Facebook. Yep. Yep.
So yeah,
Cool.
that's that.
Awesome, LIgia. Thanks again for just sharing your talent and giving us another experience to just show up for ourselves, show up with something that may be new for us, and to get to know ourselves better. What runs through our minds, what runs through our heads, and to grow in that way. I mean, really, those are cute ghosts. I can be
Yeah.
happy with that, but I would like to try it again.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the fun part. Now you know kind of how to do it, and now you can go off and do it in your own time. So
Yay! Yay! Which actually, I have gone off and done paint on my own without instruction, and I think that's one of the things that I have enjoyed about this, as it has given me like I know that tool is there. Like, I'm like, okay, I think I just want to sit down and paint, or I need to do something that gets my mind off something. And I've actually thought, I'm going to sit down and paint, even though I know it's not how I want to be in it. It still there's been joy in it. So I appreciate that.
Love it. I love that you're branching out and doing it on your own.
Right? Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks for joining us today in whatever way you joined us. And again, we would love to see your stuff inside the art gallery. So that's a personal invitation. Also, if you're coming to us from YouTube or LinkedIn and you're not a part of our Facebook group, The Righteous Rebels, head on over, click the button, boink, and we will let you in. We would love to celebrate you and have you share your magic with our community. And then just another reminder, the August 2024 Surviving Life in Leadership Women's River Retreat is open for registration. We have 20 seats. We have 20 spots. 16 are now available. Yep. It's a $500 down will hold your spot. We know it's an investment, so we've made it so that you can plan and prepare for that. So $500 hold your spot, then a payment in February and a payment in June. Reach out if you've got questions, and
Yes.
we're happy to share. I'm holding back talking about it because we're going to end this, and I know I can talk forever. So we actually we did do a live and unscripted where we talked at length about our experience. Again, it's hard to put the whole experience in, and we don't want to do that because we want you to have your experience. But you can go watch that over at The Righteous Rebels under the live and unscripted tab. It was 3 weeks ago.
Something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, you can go watch it along with lots of other really cool conversations.
It's like anything though, until you actually do the thing, there's no way to really say it. Like you can prepare yourself for having a kid or going to a different country, but until you actually move through it, there's no way to really prepare for it. Like it's an amazing experience. So yeah, take a chance and walk through fear of doing something unknown.
Right. All right. With that, we're going to head out so that I can head out. We love you guys. Thanks for joining us again for another Creative Unraveling with LIgia and Jen. And we will see you probably next week live, unless we decide to just pop in because we can. But for sure, next Tuesday and live and unscripted Wednesday, we'll probably be on the go, but we'll do one on the go. So, all right, you're going to lead us out? Or am I going to lead us out?
You can lead us out.
All right. Ready? Be bold. Be brave. Be a rebel.
Be a rebel.
We'll see you soon.
That was better than yesterday.
A little.